There's a saying, he who saves a single life, it is as though he saved the entire world. It was written in the 11th or 12th century by a great rabbi, Maimonides, who was a philosopher. And it's something I've never forgotten. It's why great doctors exist. It's why firemen exist and police exist and soldiers exist. It's why any good Samaritan exists. They know that. He who saves a single life, it is as though he saved the entire world. It's why people don't abort children who have spina bifida. I mean, maybe the doctor says throw him in the garbage can, but as I told you, a caller 3 weeks ago brought us to tears. He said his son was born with spina bifida, and the doctor said kill him. He said his son is now a Ph.D. student at the University of Pennsylvania. I mean, I started to shake at the thought of human life and the sanctity of human life, how much it's valued to me, how I've lived my entire life letting flies out of the window, picking birds up with broken wings, loving dogs. What can I do? What can I do? This is the way I'm made. It's the way I'm made. Who's threatening me? Who's threatening me? What, there's a Syrian around the corner with a bomb? That I got to call 911 and Sheriff Obama will save me? Anyone been attacked by a Syrian lately? Any of Assad's soldiers bothered you recently? Or was it some gangbangers from Mexico with tattoos on their neck who were swarming over the border? How about that war? How about the war against America going on from our southern border? Where's Janet Napolitano now? Oh, they rewarded her. They took her out of Homeland and Security because she decimated our borders and opened us up to a flood of immigrants. And by the way, speaking of that, since I'm on that subject, do you realize that one of the side effects of this warmongering by Obama and the psychotic Democrats, there's almost a silver lining in this domestically? Do you realize what this has done to his juggernaut against our borders, language, and culture? Do you realize that his madness, spending his capital on this, is going to possibly stop his desire to pass amnesty for illegal aliens? You believe that McCain and the rest of these louts are going to push amnesty for illegals at a time like this? No, these louts have a bigger game now. The louts are smelling blood, and there's no greater sport for these louts than blood itself. Oh, they love busting down borders and turning America into a cesspool, a third world cesspool. They would love that, to turn America into a melange of people that don't even understand the language. That way they can manipulate everybody simply by doing anything they want because the people don't even know what the heck they're talking about. What could be better than bringing in 70 million people who don't speak the language? Think about what they could get away with then. There'd be no opposition. The 30 million who know what's going on certainly would become a minority in their own country. But I think that's been going to be sidelined right now. Oh, yeah, I think that agenda item is pushed off to the back burner, as they used to say in Washington. They got bigger fish to fry now. Oh, they got a whale of a fish to fry right now. It's called Syria. They got to burn it. They got to make it. They got to take Syria and they got to blacken it. See, they got to turn it into blackened, like a blackened fish. And they don't want the little guppy anymore, the guppy of immigration reform. That's going to be put on the side burner. No, they got a big whale they got to blacken. They got the spices ready. They got the fires up real hot. The coals are just right now to turn Syria into a blackened whale. What a prize that will be for their controllers. So there it is. That's the world tonight, according to Michael Savage. It's a very bleak world in some ways, but a very hopeful world in others. And why do I say hopeful? Because we have a pope on the world stage who has stood up to this martinet in the White House. The Pope has said no. The Pope has said no, war is not the answer.